My name is Bridget, and gnomes are my obsession. My gnome collecting started with my Ray Dunn collecting. So you see most of the gnomes have this special font on them, and that is Ray Dunn, who does pottery. Then she started doing gnomes, and it just grew from there. The first gnome was bought by me, and it was this one right here, because I love all things Irish. The lady in the store saw it in my cart, and she asked me where I found it. And I said, well, it was over there, 2 aisles over or whatever. I said, but there weren't anymore. This was the last one. And she's like, well, would you be willing to let me have it? Because came up with the story of her, her granddaughter or whatever. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to sell it, or I'm not going to let you have it. So, and she's like, okay. So she walked away from me, and I was doing some other shopping, and I was looking at some shower curtains actually. And she literally came up behind me where my cart was and tried to take the gnome out of the cart. And I had to be like, excuse me. Then she was embarrassed, but I think she thought she was going to like kidnap him without me knowing. And then I'd be missing the gnome. I don't think I liked him more as time went by, but I like cute things, and I like fantasy things like fairies and gnomes. And the gnomes kind of started when my girls made me a gnome garden like 3 years ago for Mother's Day. And I was like, oh, that's so, so cute. But then, we moved into a whole different class of gnomes. My favorite gnome is this one, because first of all, he's adorable. But second of all, my younger sister lives in Colorado, and she thinks she can ski. So every time I look at him, I think of her, because, he's adorable. And he says mountains, so she's in Colorado in the mountains. Luckily, she comes home fairly often, but we don't get to see her as much as we would like to. So, yeah, so anything that reminds me of her just kind of makes me happy. So that note makes me happy.